Making it rich is about being the right man in the right place at the right time. Josie's the place. The time is now. And I'm the man.
Explain why you were driving drunk.
Sorry, it could be work.
You're in a court of law. I'll be quick. I sentence you to 200 hours with a charity.
What kind of sentence is that?
Each afternoon, you work for Autumn Hills Retirement Home.
What way you going?
Are you, Axe's client?
He's my driver. Yeah, you'd better run, slop.
Oh, well, you better bring it, Granddad. You don't like me. I don't like you.
I'll break you like a breadstick. Oh, I'm being hijacked. This black man is stealing my car.
What's wrong with you? I've got to find 12 grand. Or some guys are going to come break my legs.
I can get you 12 grand.
Don't be such a bad person.
I don't get beaten. In fact, the only time I get beaten is when I beat myself.
She's selling the place.
Really? Autumn Hills Retirement Home. Oh.
There are more important things than money.
You really can't imagine doing something for nothing.
What a future.
I'm going to make my mark.
I've never seen anyone actually knocked out of his shoes before.
Making movies, baby.
wathukhala ngalikhoma ngathi mntana abantu namangaza senamanzi amadolo uzobhala incwadi uzoyithola ngoba mangakhuluma nawe ngamazangazi uzongikhola wemanakazi ngizokuthola Mkhize amashoti
Mahala is a story of a young man called X who is very obsessed with the material world.
Big brands.
He then gets in trouble with the law.
I think you need to be taught a lesson. I sentence you to 200 hours with a charity.
It's a story about a young man who has to learn through a series of very hard lessons that life is more than about just money.
If X is looking at Hendrik, for instance, he's looking at his future. And if Hendrik is looking at X, he's looking at his past.
This is no way to live with you.
I'm not a kid.
Well, you're not a man. Man doesn't spend money he doesn't have to impress people he doesn't know.
Thanks for the advice, Grandpa.
What audiences are going to get from Mahala is what I got when I read the script in the beginning. I couldn't put it down. I laughed so much.
It's a comedy. It's, it's supposed to be funny, but dealing with stuff that is quite serious. We're talking about money and values here.
It's a big message, packaged in a film. It's entertainment with a message.
This is great. French champagne on me. Which one, sir? The most expensive you've got, my guy.
My man, you made it happen.
We all know of the young, upcoming black male, who's got a bright future ahead of him, trying to prove things to the world as opposed to just living the life supposed to live.
Holly kind of set the tone for casting right from the beginning.
What was very important specifically about casting is energies. That everybody must sort of bring their own energy. I didn't want two people to merge into one.
I play a young, upcoming man by the name of X Gumede. Money-hungry fella, very materialistic. Just city slicker, but yeah, quite a complex character with his own values at the top of this movie.
Ta-da! 1 million rand.
I'm playing Hendrik, and he's a lovely character. He was a boxing promoter in his younger days, and he loved boxing, but he also loved money. He was a workaholic. His priorities were make money, get flashy cars. And in that process, he neglected his wife and his little girl.
She has a life, people she loves, and I've no part of it. I'm an old man and I have no one. Not because they're gone, Because I was never there.
And I play in Nothing for Mahala, which I'm very, very pleased and privileged to do, a guy called Mike Saris, a very typical, greedy, badly composed man who works in the corporate sector.
I have a fiduciary obligation to every single one of our shareholders.
You can't just get rid of me.
Well, that depends on the votes.
Mike.
Motion carried forward. Sorry, Buster. You're out.
Are you the boss?
Yes, Mr. Kumete. Around here, I'm the boss. I play Reneilwe and Nothing for Mahala. So basically, she's the manager of this whole huge, beautiful, lovely place. She takes care of the old people. She makes sure everything is all right. And she basically keeps the place running.
I've got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to spend 196 hours
It's
cleaning.
197. And the judge says you will.
This conflict that we initially think is what we're watching eventually becomes like, okay, what's going on here? Is there something? Is there
I
something?
think you're a nice guy, ex-commit.
Pule is one of those sort of like win at all costs. Like she's like really determined to get to the top. I think that she is very keen to prove herself by a certain age.
Hang on a second. What?
I'm just looking for some airport certificate.
Okay.
Oh, don't mind me.
No, I do mind you, Pule.
Thanks. Don't be such a bad loser.
I never lose.
She doesn't really care who she tramples on to get to the top.
I'm playing a role of Godfrey Molefe. Yeah, in Nothing for Mahala. Very nice big man who believes in kitching and who I like a lot. Very flamboyant man, but also very tricky. Skebekwa.
I am playing the role of Diski in Nothing for Mahala. First time I've ever played a thug.
It's like, yo, what a sex scene, you know what I mean? I play the role of dog. No, not that dog. Woof, kind of dog. Dog is a loan shark, and he gives people money expected in return with interest. And if you don't pay it back in time, then you really get into some serious trouble.
Gents. Dog. I've got your money.
Good.
Gogo is a wonderful, wonderful Gogo who lives a truthful Christian life with her values.
Hayi bo gogo cha ngeke phela ngiyabonga ngisuthi manje.
Fanele udla ubheke nje ukuthi uzaceka kangakanani. Yikho ungenantombi noma usunayo?
Cha nginayo.
Mina ngithandazela ukuthi ube nomfazi.
I'm playing a slightly dotty, flirty old girl in an old age home. Flora loves Jesus. She knows she's going to be with her Jesus.
How do I look?
Good. Great. Date?
I'm getting ready for Jesus to come take me home.
And I'm playing the MC at an underground fight club in Nothing for Mahala. It's quite a simple role, actually. It's a nice little cameo, just putting the face out there. Our lead character gets tricked into coming to an underground fight club, and I'm the MC, so I'm kind of just announcing the fight and making sure that he gets beaten well.
The cast is exceptional. The crew's exceptional. Everybody seems to be bringing their A game to the table.
Rory O'Grady, it's always amazing working with him. He has a great eye. He lights beautifully. The chemistry about us, we understand what we're trying to do. I told Rory, like, I want to do push-ups on set. And he was like, okay, fine, I'll join you. By the end of it, the guy who did the most push-ups in a day, Mac, who's the focus puller, had done 420-something push-ups in a single day.
Nothing for Mahala, we are doing the radio control helicopter shots.
It's a quadcopter, it's very new technology, it's only just came out this year. Basically, there's only one in South Africa, and the one that is, it's ours.
We're filming establishing shots of Johannesburg.
We're basically doing a shot of us driving on the M1 North, and we've got this helicopter sort of air tracking with us. Pretty cool.
Ek vlieg al vir 8 jaar Arabier baan. Omdat ek gewoon probleme het en ek toe ek baie goed sien. Want ek kan baie goed sien, want ek kan sien waar ek moet wees, waar ek moet staan aan goede.
It gives the director the ability to tell the most amazing story.
See what I mean? Making movies, baby.
The Feet on Fire scene is one of those scenes that when you're doing this comedy is like you gotta watch the tone because it can easily go to slapstick. The minute we cast Warren and Casper for the roles of Doc and Disky, then suddenly it belonged.
Please, man, please. Please, man, please.
When it's practice time, it's how much flames, right? Like, right. Now, you know, I like more myself. It's a very significant scene. You see, like, I mean, for me, Dog and Disky, they're comic characters, but they're also the villains of the story.
The next day, the day after,
Be 9.
it gets back to 10.
Uh-oh. No, you guys...
Today we're at the Nelson Mandela Bridge. We're shooting one of the most critical scenes of the film. A guy standing on top of the bridge threatening to throw himself. So, you know, come with us, see how exciting it gets.
Nelson Mandela Bridge, first of all, is famous and everybody wants to do something on it. So you can work on it, but traffic has to keep flowing. We were not allowed to be in the road at all. We were only allowed to be on the pavements. Fortunately, the bridge has really wide pavements.
Scenes like this where people are standing on bridges having to concentrate on movement and not falling and then still doing their dialogue and their acting, it's not very easy.
And they built a platform on top of the bridge, and Thapelo and I were tied with cables, steel cables, to the platform, but the stunt coordinator warned us that you could still hurt yourself when you fall, but you won't kill yourself, which was great. But I suddenly found then that I had a touch of vertigo. Not bad, but it was there. And it was high, and there were trains going underneath us. And there was a wind blowing, so you were being nudged towards the edge all the time.
No, after you get it done, you realize it's beautiful, man. Like, I'm crazy scared of heights, for one. But, you know, it's cool. Really, really, really fascinating. Shooting on the Nelson Mandela Bridge. You know, so it feels epic. We shot in a beautiful location. You know, that warehouse was really live. Like, we didn't have to source out. We didn't have to fake it. It was all there.
We sort of knew almost from the beginning that if you want a place where it feels like warehousey with an alley that you can drive through, and then in the corner there's a place where you can imagine illegal fighting would happen, that number 1 Fox Street would give us that.
What happens here? People fight.
The funny always stems from real. So you always look at what a location does for you is it creates a context.
And if you can find the real context, people start to believe you more. And maybe the things you do in it might start being funny. Today we're continuing the epic end scene of the film, and this is where everybody sort of gets together. Like they're fighting against the evils, deeds of Mike and his crowd. So you know, like it's quite a thing, because now you've got like 65 extras, about 30 cast members and stuff. So there are about 100 people that you need to control and know where exactly you are at any given time.
You think this is funny?
I don't think this is funny. I said it. Stop the work.
We've signed the contract. We're going to come over there and move you out.
Well, you're going to have to move all of us.
Good.
Too late for you. They cut. Day 15.
Beautiful.
The Molife Corporation wants to assure the public there is no danger of Autumn Hill retirement home being torn down. Never, never, and never again shall it be.
I have to deal with this every
day. This
day.
guy has to direct me again.
Those are grandparents.
I don't care. Do it!
I've got you on video. I'm going to send it to the TV. The YouTube.
Oh, okay. Wait. I better call my boss.
I was there on one of the big scenes with all the elderly people, you know, coming together through social media, also celebrities and ordinary citizens coming together to take action. And that's exactly what this initiative is about. It's for good with living out values.
What appealed to us was that the movie talks to what we as a bank are trying to do in terms of building financial fitness for all in South Africa.
You know, I come from a community where material stuff is just a thing. You know, it makes you stand out amongst the rest. So you had to be seen in the latest gear, the latest clothing, those vibes.
Maybe it's an American problem. I don't know where it came from, but this whole thing of giving you money that you don't have. You know, I think that is a big problem, that people live on plastic.
When it comes to money, when it comes to values, I think the two are never, ever mutually exclusive. I think you can never, ever say, oh, I'm going to do this, but I'm doing it for the money, therefore it's okay, if it's amoral, if it's going to hurt someone, you have to have morals, you have to have values, and you have to be who you are in your pursuit of money.
I'm a musician who plays a part right at the end when we come and there's chaos, and then, you know, we help everybody celebrate by doing a song.
Ela kwami ukumbona ikhanda lami belihlola indaba zami ngizozikhona wathi ukhala ngani bukhoma ngathi mntana abantu nama ngaza senamanzi amadiyona uzobhala incwadi uzoyithola ngoba mangakhuluma nawe ngamazwi angazi uzongikhola wemanakaze
Great. Fantastic.
They're doing well, considering the age. They are doing well. They're not dancers, but they'll do it. It's fun. It's a fun scene, so it's not going to be a biggie. It's like hands there and hands there, and individuals like Mom Lillian doing her thing.
That was my best, because
Yeah, man, the dancers are on, man, on like a scone. I gotta tell you, it's got a little bit of sushi in it. I wish we had a chisanyama in it, but it's only the sushi dance that we're doing here. So keep rolling and you see a little bit more surprises.
We are doing something on a stage with cameras. But I mean, overall it was fun. We got to see each other's personalities, you know, just letting go, having fun.
This is going to be a great film to watch, and it'll be fun, and it'll be a film that the family will want to see. And hopefully it's a film that will challenge you to have the conversation with your kids, or if you are a young person, with your peers. And I think how you can be involved is simply asking yourself and your colleagues, and around the school table, the breakfast table, you know, questions around, let's talk about money, let's talk about its power in our lives, how do we value it, is it our God? So those are the things that we hope that people will do, but above all, we're going to enjoy a fun, great South African film.
It's funny. It has some, if not all, of your favorite actors in South Africa.
The script is good, interesting characters, it's funny, it's touching, and I only make a film every 25 years, so people really should go to the trouble of watching me now and then.
It is hilarious, and at the same time, they're going to learn that money isn't everything. Values are better than money.
I don't think South Africa is seeing the best of the Afrikaans movie industry and the black South African movie industry combined on one set this convincingly, and performances this honest, and legendary performances this honest.
It's value for your money because you get lessons out of it, you get to enjoy it, you get to watch some of your favorite South African actors working together. I think it's a brilliant movie. We're all putting our hearts in it, and I think it'll show.